You want some coffee?
Yeah.
Organic Peruvian. We are having a lazy Sunday morning. Let's look at the news. Should we check the news?
Sure.
CNN.com? Give it to me. What do we got going on here?
50 people dead in Orlando shooting. No motive known in boy singer slaying. Dozens hurt in soccer riots. Man hurls explosive device in Shanghai airport. Starving city bombed hours after aid delivery. Plane spins, drops from the sky.
That's probably good. Here, hold your coffee.
That's good. That's so.
Oh.
Can I have my coffee?
What an awesome way to start the day, right? I feel enlivened. Kids, mom and dad are in a good place. Do you guys want to play? More than ever before, it's super important to be aware of what we feed our minds. Just like with food, our health and happiness depends on the proportion of good stuff versus bad stuff. It's pretty simple, but that goes for what we feed our minds too. Boom. If State Parks keeps giving me crap about my race, that sticker's gonna become a collector's item. Going to the hardware store with my wife, gonna steal a little moment with her, leaving the kids at home unattended. Oh gosh, note to self, edit out the part about leaving my kids unattended. You ready to go?
Look at this madness in this car. You're ruining my car.
It's a minivan. If a minivan's not meant to be ruined, what is? What did we do last night, you and I, when the kids went to bed?
We listened to Journey.
We drank wine and listened to Journey. I wasn't really even a fan of Journey back in the day. We decided we both liked Open Arms back then, and you liked Faithfully.
Yeah.
By the way, this is the hardware store where I had the Slim Jim incident, as described on the podcast. I'm mildly handy, but like reluctantly mildly handy. Is that pretty accurate?
You're not that handy.
I'm totally gonna sit on that. I'm sitting on that blue ball. Can you guys tell? In my book, I call it mental nutrition. Just like physical nutrition, it's about what we feed our minds too. We can find out what's going on virtually anywhere in the world. We have access to more information. It used to be, before technology, we just kind of know what was around us. Just like this little area. This was our frame of reference. This is what we knew. Now we know everything. Most of what we find out about the world at any given moment ain't good news. We gotta pay attention to how much of that stuff we're putting in our heads. What we can actually see and hear and smell, touch and taste, probably decent most of the time. I'm not saying don't read the news. I'm not saying don't keep yourself informed. I'm saying most of the stuff we see on the news, we don't really need to know. I know that might ruffle some feathers. That stuff can be such a distraction. Most of the stuff we read about and hear about on the news isn't something that we can directly do something about. And if it distracts us from making ourselves happier, making ourselves healthier, then it's a waste of time. It's about you. Even the change in the world is about you. It's about how well you take care of yourself. It's about how happy you are. That's what translates into the world, more than you knowing what happened in frickin' Sweden. And I love Sweden. I like Swedish things and meatballs. Too easy can we find out because we have a few minutes on a subway a bunch of bad news. I love this thing. I'm not saying that. It's my little buddy. In fact, we are just like, we are in frickin', look at us. Do we look alike? Do we look like? What do you want to do?
Play tetherball. No, it's looking. It's part yellow and part.
No! Think just for a second what you actually know if you didn't have technology. If you had no telephones, no computers, no phones, no iPads, what would you actually know in this moment? You would know about what's going on around 50 feet from you. The stuff of the world, all the news and all the information we have access to is way more information than the stuff that's surrounding us in this moment physically. It's up to each of us individually, if we want to live healthier and happier, to pay more attention to the things that we actually know independent of technology. I'll see you inside. Goodbye. Okay. He just called me slowpoke. You must follow me on Strava.